What's going on, guys? My name is Austin. This is the Bodies in Business podcast. And today is day 13 of the 25 days of Fly Bodies. And we're going to talk about breakfast today, specifically what I eat for breakfast on a consistent basis, because some people are asking me what my diet is like. And so I want to get like on a tactical level / like on an operational level of what I do so that I know I'm getting nutrient dense food to start my day. To start off, I have two breakfasts that I switch back and forth with during the week. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I usually do 4 eggs, half avocado, a fourth cup roasted almonds, some kimchi, half a cup of blueberries, a 3/4 cup air fried potatoes, russet potatoes specifically, and then some Cholula. Right. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I'm getting up super early and I want to do some overnight oats, I do overnight oats. And the overnight oats consist of a half a cup of rolled oats, a 4th cup of raisins, a 4th cup of roasted almonds, a 4th cup of roasted pumpkin seeds, 4 boiled eggs, and then that's not in the overnight oats, but 4 boiled eggs, and then a half avocado. Now, for some people, that might be like a lot of food, okay? And I think it is. After I looked at the calories, I was like, man, this is a lot of food. But to be honest, it's something where I want to be able to start my day with a dense meal so that I don't always feel hungry throughout the day, right? After I eat a meal, I want to feel full. I want to feel like I don't have to continue eating something because I'm, constantly hungry. And I feel like when I was growing up, there were some times where I had to make weight for wrestling. And so I was constantly hungry. When I was younger, not in a torturous way, but there were occasions where I was like, oh man, I'm super hungry, especially in high school when I was wrestling at a certain weight. So it's one of my goals in life to not be hungry all the time. So whenever I do eat, I want to feel full. So let's jump right into what the calories are for that first meal. The 4 eggs, half avocado, 4th cup roasted almonds, kimchi, blueberries, and potatoes. So I want to tell you how many calories that is first. That's 762 calories, 36 grams of protein, 50 grams of carbohydrates, and 14 grams of fiber, 66 grams of fat. Now, 762 calories sounds like a lot, but honestly, in the day, I probably eat around 3,000 to 3,500 calories. So that's not even a third of the amount of calories that I eat during the day. And it obviously depends on how big you are, how much movement you're doing during the day, how much exercise you're doing. All these things go into how many calories you need. But like 760 calories sounds like a lot to begin with. And I kind of want to break down why I eat those things, why I eat eggs, why I eat avocado, all these things. But we'll get into that deeper a little later. But just right off the bat, eggs are a great source of protein. Avocado, great source of omega-3 fats and fiber. Almonds, a great source of magnesium and also great fat content. Kimchi is great for the gut. Fermented foods are really, really good for your gut health. A half a cup of blueberries, great fiber, also a lot of good micronutrients. The air fried potatoes are kind of like a filler and a great complex carbohydrate, and it tastes really good, like with the eggs. So like mouth pleasure for me. And then the Chipotle Cholula is just a great addition. So I will say the air fried potatoes definitely keep me full, and that's why I love putting them in my meal, because I want to feel full at the end. And if I just ate the eggs, it definitely wouldn't make me feel as full. And the potatoes definitely do that. Now for the oats, the rolled oats have great source of fiber and they keep me full. All right. And they also are very good for your heart health. They are there's 2 different kinds of fiber. There's soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. And soluble fiber actually turns into a gel-like state. And rolled oats in general, lower your cholesterol. And that's very interesting when I found this out about 5 years ago, because I honestly didn't want to put rolled oats in my diet, because you hear these bad things about different types of wheat and different types of grains. And they say, and I read this book called Grain Brain, and Grain Brain said like grain is terrible for you. And so, when you read something, you're like, okay, well, this guy sounds like a doctor, sounds like a nutritionist, you want to listen to him. But the more I looked into it, the more I found out, okay, why would somebody recommend eating rolled oats? So one of the main reasons is because it's it's a soluble fiber. And so whenever you eat it, it turns into a gel-like state, and it actually connects to bile in your body. actually, whenever you use the bathroom and you go number two, you actually poop out the bile. And so your body actually has to make more bile with the cholesterol in your body. So how you can lower your cholesterol with oats is your body actually has to make more bile with the cholesterol in your body. So it takes that cholesterol out of your blood and then it makes more bile. So that's how you can lower your blood cholesterol with oats. And that was super interesting to me. So that's why I added oats back into my diet, because I was like, oh, this is super heart healthy and this is good for my cholesterol. And I haven't seen any major side effects, and I can make overnight oats. And that's what I really like, because it almost tastes like cereal to me. And so I can make these overnight oats and put them in the fridge and they're ready to go, and I can grab it in the morning and take it with me because I have to wake up super early on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So, and you can add pumpkin seeds, almonds, you can add cashews, you can add all these things to overnight oats, and it tastes really good in the morning. So you can even add blueberries or anything like that. So that's one reason why I do the oats. And I still like to do the boiled eggs and the avocado because that's really good protein and really good fat. And I know some people don't like to do eggs, but that's what I like to do. And this is actually very surprising for me, but the amount of calories in the rolled oats breakfast is over 1,000 calories in the rolled oats breakfast. And then it has like something like 46 grams of protein. Let me find this really quick. 46 grams of protein. And then carbohydrates, over 65 carbohydrates. Fiber, we got about 21 grams of fiber, and then 65 grams of fat. So that's a large meal. It is a really big meal when I do the oats with the eggs and the avocado, and it's over 1,000 calories. So it's usually a third of what I eat in the day. All right. So all these things that I put in the diet, I try to, for a breakfast, I try to make it a vitamin, essentially like a multivitamin. So I'm getting I'm getting a bunch of different vitamins when I add the array of different foods to that diet, right? So you get vitamin A from eggs and the kimchi, vitamin C, blueberries, potatoes, avocado, vitamin E, almonds and avocado, vitamin K, avocado, blueberries, kimchi, vitamin B, B vitamins from the eggs, which is awesome. Top minerals, magnesium from the almonds, avocado, and potatoes, potassium from avocados, potatoes, blueberries, selenium from eggs, phosphorus from eggs and almonds, manganese from almonds and blueberries, and then copper is also from almonds. Brain health, you get choline and healthy fats and polyphenols from all these foods. And then gut health, fiber, probiotics, stable energy, balanced carbs, fat, and protein. So that's one thing, is you're getting a stable amount of energy throughout the morning when you're eating all of these different types of foods, because they actually play off each other. They don't spike your blood sugar too much. And that's one thing you have to remember, is with the oats, if you make them way too sugary, then you're going to spike your blood sugar in the morning and then you're going to feel that crash. Whereas if you put, natural foods in there, like raisins or blueberries or almonds and maybe a little cinnamon, that's going to balance out the amount of the blood glucose spike that you get. Okay, so you got anti-inflammatory foods that are almonds, blueberries, avocado, electrolytes, potassium, magnesium. I feel like when I eat these two breakfasts, I get basically a multivitamin in the morning. And that's what I'm going for. I'm going for an array of protein, carbs, and fats, and then a multivitamin. So that's it. I just wanted to go through my breakfast so that you kind of have an idea. And don't get me wrong, you definitely have to plan if you want to do this. Like you can't just like right off the bat, like say, oh, I'm going to do all this. I'm going to do it, every morning. It's honestly takes some planning. You have to boil the eggs the night before. You have to make the overnight oats the night before. You got to go to the grocery store to get the eggs. You got to do a bunch of stuff to get planned for this, but it's always nice to have a great meal to start the day. And that's one reason why I focus on breakfast so much, is because when you start the day off right, you're going to make better decisions throughout the day. But if you start your day off with like a honey bun, you're going to be like, all right, well, I already ate a honey bun. I mean, I can go to eat other stuff too. That's all I got, guys. Thanks for listening. If you have any questions, let me know. Hopefully my breakfasts help you kind of structure your breakfast, if that helps. And yeah, thanks for watching. Get after it.